22 Northwest. Russo, back in service. It's just one of those parties. The complaint up there's been taken care of. Right. Look, lady, we got another complaint. I have to quiet it down.
When someone steps all over me, it's the hardest thing I can do to suppress my anger. What the hell's the matter with you? Can't you handle a little noise complaint?
Is there anything wrong?
Why, no. Just a little noise complaint.
Boy, this pisses me off. You have these broads playing up to the bosses.
It's just a bit party for an other party for some of their college things. It's much better than that.
All right, now, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's keep it quiet.
Uniforms make me nervous.
These kids nowadays, they got it made. They got everything. The cars, clothes, anything they want, it's theirs. They can go to the best colleges, no sweat with that. As far as money comes, they always got pocket money. They got more than money any day of the week. And when it comes to the girls, half the time they don't even know what the hell they're doing with them. They rather ride around in their cars or just smoke pot. So, some of these college kids, they look down on the cop because they feel that they have more education, but they don't know who we are or what we are.
I can't see what these sharp-looking chicks see with these guys that have fuzzy faces they run around with. I don't dig the action.
You guys relax and take 5. I've been human beings for a while.
Hey, dig it, man. I know you, right? You used to be the fullback on the football team. Well, dig it. Sit down, have a couple of drinks, relax. You know, nobody's looking. Be cool.
Let's knock it off. Listen, man, this is the 5th time I was here. You already got a summons, and next you're going to be my guest in jail.
Who the hell do you think you are, giving me a summons?
I'll show you who I am.
Let me handle this, Luke. Damn it. Lady, keep us down.
How dare you curse at me? I'll have your job. I'm not the police chief.
I'm at a party, there's people there, they don't know who I am, they have no interest in me. Then when they find out I'm the police commissioner, next thing they're siding up to me, trying to befriend me, and then what? The first thing they're asking for is some special favors, special interest or something like that.
I would say to women are the worst. So you find that when they get in their way, they're all right. When they're not, they're really busting them. And if you're going to make a collar on a woman, you got to be a little careful. You got to watch how you grab them, because you wind up with a handful of something you're not supposed to have.
Come on, officer, why don't you make everything to say? Why don't you dance with my mother? After all, you know, she's hip.
Keep your hands off.
There's some cops on this job that should not be on this job. I don't know how they ever passed this job.
Who knows why they do these things? To prove their manhood. I don't know why they feel this need, but from the time they're kids, all boys go through this. They're always being called chicken if they don't jump over the fence or climb the highest tree. And this goes on until finally, when they're possibly 35 years old, they realize that the bumps and the bruises aren't worth it. Let's just cool it for a while and see, is it worth throwing a punch at somebody? You're either a good cop or you're a pussyfooter. And if you're a pussyfooter, you don't belong on the job. It takes aggressive men to make a good police department. It takes aggressive men to uphold the law, to protect all these other people, to keep them in line.
Big man pushes girls around. Pigs are here. Stop living.
He used to be a nice guy. My brother went to high school with him.
Yeah, well, you know, you give these guys a blue coat with brass buttons, they turn into first-class fascists.
He looks like a stormtrooper.
People talk about you, they talk right through you, and you don't care that you're right there.
Hey, what's this mean?
Lou Russo. Yeah, Lou Russo.
Well, screw Lou Russo.
Yeah, screw Lou Russo. Screw Lou Russo.
Who wants to screw Lou Russo? I don't want to screw Lou Russo. I want to screw Mrs. Russo.
Take a lot. But believe me, when they bring in your wife and kids, that's when you get that feeling that you could kill somebody and
stop to all that nonsense. They need to be busted in the head. You gotta get busted in the head. Just knock this stuff off once and for all.
Yeah, Russo, why don't you go catch some crooks or something?
What do you think we're paying you for?
After a while, it gets you up to here. It chokes you. You had it.
Hey, Lou, what do you say? How many heads did you bust today? Hey, Lou, what do you say? How many heads did you bust today? E-I-E-I-O. And on his army and some cakes. E-I-E-I-O. With oink oink here and oink oink there.
That does it, lady. I had it. Where's your phone? I'm calling you.
While you're at it, I want to make sure you tell them about the beating your man gave my daughter.
Man, you can say anything you want to the cops. We're in a private home. They can't touch us.
Hey, listen, I want to talk to you. Come outside where we can talk alone. I just want to talk to you.
Up yours, Russo. I'm not going out in the street with you. You can't touch me as long as I'm in a private home, and you know it.
These people know the law. They know that in their home, in most cases, they're safe. That's a crock of shit. He'd never pull that stuff with me. You go in there and grab him. Get him out of there. Take him down and book him on harassment.
Listen, you little punk. If I didn't have this uniform on, I'd mop the floor with you. Your own mother wouldn't recognize you.
Paul, you're just big and strong because you got the uniform and the gun.
You know, without a uniform, you haven't got the same rights as civilian. If I wasn't a cop, I'd bust him in the mouth. Look, I'm going to count to 5. If it's not quiet by then, I'll throw another charge at you.
I think you can count that high.
Sergeant, you are a very poor listener. You seem to think that you can walk into my house, tell us how to live, and curse too. Believe me, I'll have your goddamn job. I'm filing a complaint. I'm on the Mayor's Committee for Crime Prevention. And I know the chief. We're going to have you patrolling the garbage dump.
Look, lady, tell it to the judge. I've had it with you. You want to be a swinger, not a parent, so you take the rap.
Why, I never...
Uh-oh, here we go.
The situation is really getting worse. Now it's really an open season on cops. Even the 15-year-olds will jump you.
The guy started pushing me around. I still enforced the law, and if it come out to where he gets a shot in the head, he'd get it. If that's what it takes to make the arrest, I'd sock it to him. Belt him one time. Till he calms him down.
Jesus, I hate working alone at night. You're out there by yourself. You could be home with your family. You got that fear, that apprehension.
Sorry, stand by.
Yeah, hey, there's a fight at 673 South 14th Avenue. Man and girlfriend thing.
673 South 14th Street.
Yeah, woman complaining. We'll meet you in the front.
Sorry, 10-4.
Car 38 to radio room.
Yeah, 38.
38, back from first, okay?
Yeah, 38. Go to 673 South 14th Avenue. Back up car 8 on a family thing, okay?
673 South 14.
Well, most of your family fights, you find out they're generally nuts. They're all hepped up over something. It may be something trivial. And you never know which way they're going to act. She says she wants her husband locked up. You go to grab him. Next thing you know, she'll belt you in the head with a hammer, chair, hit you with a knife. It can be anything, or he'll hit you with something when you want her locked up. It's something go either way.
They should get a psychiatrist. They don't need a cop.
He's got a mean temper. He's got that gun that he carries and waves around all the time. He threatens to kill her. This is what he is.
What's his name, Miss?
James, John, something like that.
All right, let's go, Frank.
Their door is the end one down there. I sure hope those poor kids aren't in there.
Damn it, this stinks. I don't like the smell. Let's get some more.
Hell, what? Christ, I think we're crazy.
90% of family fights are bullshit. Most of the time, the man doesn't have a weapon that he'd use against you.
When I see a woman being beaten up, I don't just hang around. I get in there and I do something about it.
Jimmy! Open the damn door, we'll kick you in.
I'm gonna take you.
For Christ's sakes, that's stupid.
The worst thing they ever done was give a cop a ribbon for the job that he would normally have had to done anyway. Young cop today will go through hell and high water just to get a hunk of ribbon on his chest. Well, one thing's for sure, this job's not worth dying for.
You're either a cop or you're not. If you're a pussyfooter, you don't deserve to be a cop. Get off the job. A lot of young policemen confuse diplomacy with cowardice. They feel that it's necessary to take an action of some kind, whether it's the right one or the wrong one. They feel that they have to act. And it seems that they're trying to prove their manhood. They feel, I guess, that to hesitate for a second or two to find out which way to move is to show fear. And the last thing in the world they want to do is show fear. The older policeman might just hesitate a second or two to see which way to go before he goes.
Look, Joe, I don't want to get my ass shot off because you want to look.
What, are you scared?
Joe, knock it off, damn it. You go out to the rear yard, make a hell of a racket near the window, and I'll bust him through here.
Shit. Sometimes you wonder if it's worth it or not, getting involved in a situation like that. You get so scared, you don't know what to do with yourself anymore.
You know, I'm always worried about what the other guy's gonna say about me.
The bookmen are too damn cautious. I believe in doing what you have to do and doing it then.
Sometimes you're really stuck. You look at your partner and he looks at you. Without saying anything further, you know you're gonna get it.
Hey, Jimmy, where'd you stick the gun?
Look, man, I ain't got no gun. Ask her.
You got a gun, miss?
Yeah, what the hell you hunky motherfuckers mean busting their mouth out? Just cause you think that I'm black, I don't know my rights. Get the hell out of here.
Stop that racial crap. He been beating on you, miss.
Get the hell out of here. Tell him to leave me alone. Ain't no son of a bitch gonna throw me out of my own goddamn house. I bought this. This is mine. What you want to press charges? You want to press charges? Yeah.
Well, do you, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so. Why you dirty bitch?
All right, Jimmy. All right, Jimmy. All right, take it easy.
Why you dirty?
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Now, be good, Jimmy. Be good, Jimmy. Be good. Be good, Jimmy. Don't fight it, Jimmy. You gotta go. You gotta go, Jim. All right. Come on, miss. Come on, miss.
Hey, look, fella, they got Jimmy Cam over there. He didn't do anything. Let him go, you wild flex. Let him go. Hell, let him go. Let him go. What? No.
All right, you nigger bastard. Get off the car.
Hey, what are we supposed to do about it? Let's kill him.
I don't know how some of these guys get on a job. They cause more trouble than what they're worth. They think because they're wearing a uniform, they can push people around. I think it's just a cover-up, that they're really scared.
You touch him, you go too. Let the line.
Hey, turn me loose, but don't hit me.
You really want to kill them when they start to turn on a crowd by their shouting and hollering, making you look like the hero, making you look like the criminal.
What I'd like to do is hit him upside the head and shut him up.
Got the phone. Got the phone.
Get back, you guys. You're gonna get hurt. Get back. Get back.
We do not conspire to shoot pigs. We don't even think about it. We just shoot them.
You know you're a prisoner. Rather than just shoot anybody around him, just give him up. You know who you gotta get. He's arrested, you've made the arrest. Give him up. That's what I say.
Ever lose my right arm to give up a prisoner? I wouldn't do it. If it means taking a life to keep a prisoner on a charge, it means taking a life.
Well, sometimes you can't hold on to a prisoner. You gotta let him go, or otherwise they'll burn the town down, and who's gonna get the blame but you? They'd have to kill me, and I'd kill anybody who stood in my way bringing my prisoner in. Boy, when I'm scared, I just can't think.
You know, you ever get a mob of people around you? It scares the hell out of you. You'd almost shit in your pants.
I hope for God that somebody decent would come and give us a hand. Give me a hand personally, because I was scared I don't know, I just never felt like that before in my life. My whole body was trembling. And it was just praying that somebody would come and see the situation and call for help.
Anybody know what's going on here? Anybody know this man? You know this fella?
Second look, folks.
He's a wino. He just got to pick his ass up and throw him in the back of the car. 10 minutes, what does that say?
No money.
That's it. No wasting on this.
I don't know, Kenny. This guy's breathing funny. He don't look good to me.
My ass, he's a boozer. You see one, you seen them all. Why don't we just pick him up and throw him in a police car? That's it. That's it right there.
Get these people out.
All right, you boy, ladies, want to move back, please? We'll take care of it. Thank you very much.
Now, give me a hand. We get him up on this bench and look him over. This guy's sick. He's not just drunk.
Stinks. He's a bum. He's a wino. You pick him up for crazy
What do you
dirty.
mean, pick him up?
Ah, Christ sakes almighty, he's dirty. I ain't gonna pick this bum up. Probably weighs a ton, too. Oh, your voice, you stink, Jim.
You come up on top of a bum and pick him up to bring him in. You gotta toss him. When you toss him, you put your hand in his pocket. 9 out of 10, they've crapped in their pants, they've pissed in their pants, and it's all over them. It gets all over your hands, and it's kind of hard to keep your hands in their pocket trying to get this stuff out.
Kenny, the way this guy's gasping, I think he's having a heart attack.
Ah, balls, he's just a rummy, for Christ's sakes.
He's a diabetic. He's probably an insulin shock. Listen, come over to the car, call him for an ambulance, stop off at that hot dog guy on the way back and bring me a bottle of orange soda for him.
Listen, you may be right about that, but as far as the orange soda, what he's got, that ain't gonna cure.
All right, don't argue with me. Go over to the car, call him for the ambulance, and bring me
All
the
right,
bottle of orange
I'm going, for
Well,
God's
go.
sakes. A lot of the calls we get aren't really police work at all. Like tying a broken light string for some old lady had to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
I think the public expects too damn much from us the majority of the time. They expect us to be a doctor, a lawyer, an Indian chief, and everything else that goes with it. They want us there in 30 seconds notice, and when it comes to our salaries, they don't want to know us.
What's taking you upon us so long? I don't know. Easy, pal, easy. You're gonna be all right. Just take it easy, sport. Your pulse is coming back, your color's coming back. We'll get you into the hospital in a few minutes. You'll be fine. Just lay there nice and easy, huh? Relax.
Since I've been on the job, I must have taken about 1,000 pulses, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing half of the time, but you gotta put on an act and make it look good.
Kenny, this guy's going. He may be a diabetic, but it looks more like heart to me. We're gonna have to give this guy mouth to mouth.
Geez, I don't know, Jim. To me, it looks like you got hepatitis, TB, even a cough. I'm not gonna put my mom on this.
A lot of guys that find out they're afraid of getting sued for getting involved, especially in these 80 cases. They get involved with the physical nature of it and they worry about getting sued. Me, tough titty, I don't worry about it. It's part of the job. Do it and get it over with. What you get paid for.
All right, Mac, just relax. You're gonna be okay. I know you're scared, but you'll be fine.
Save a guy's life one day, and the next day, I give the guy a parking summons, and he son of a bitches me.
Who's got to be with a good-looking broad?
I got the bad pain. Got me dogging, compensating. How about writing a script?
that affect people's lives. And some of those decisions make their life a little bit easier.
It's my wife and kids. They get a kick out of seeing my name in the paper, my picture in the paper. And to me, it makes me feel good.
Listen, what can I tell you? I just do what I have to do. I put in my 8 hours. I never take it home with me. I never discuss anything at home. I just watch the clock. When 4 o'clock comes, I go home and I forget about it.
I helped a guy once. He was slightly hurt. And every time that he sees me, even if I'm directing traffic, he dries up and he says, "Oh, Al, God bless you."
I get a bottle of whiskey from a guy I helped out years ago. This guy just doesn't forget me.